The following podcast contains scenes of graphic violence, abuse, and a gorgeous host. Viewers' discretion is advised. Also, I'm not as dumb as I show myself to be on here. Like, I'm a real evil mastermind.
Your life is just a dream, don't you?
Hello, welcome to the 6th episode of In the Memory of the Goldfish, hosted by Koi, the half celestial with 11 souls and an overinflated ego because he deserves it, because he's absolutely, totally gorgeous. And today's podcast is gonna be big because there's a lot of research. That's what they said about the big part. And yeah, let's dive right into it. Anyway, as you would know, we have 4 segments now: the fishy news, the out of the blue, the story, and the real life inspiration. I'm not gonna tell you anything about anything because that way it gives me validation that you guys know nothing and I'm the god and I know everything about everything. So there's that. So we'll start with the fishy news. Okay. So a Wisconsin pharmacist deliberately destroyed Moderna vaccine vials. Oh, okay. So people do fun things, don't they? So, okay, they also say revealed that he is a flat earther and very engaged in conspiracy theories. The man's name is Steven Brandenburg. Yep, I got that right on the first try. I'm impressed. He's 46. He believes that the sky is a shield put up by the government to prevent people from seeing God. I mean, Brendan, whatever your name is, Brandenburg, honey, you really need to see God. And you can only see God in the memory of the goldfish. Join the squirrel from the episode 1. And it's moonshine. If you did not get the reference, shame on you. You have not heard the first episode yet. I mean, what a disgrace you are. He also believes that COVID vaccine is microchipped to turn off some people's birth control and while making others infertile. Cool, so the vaccine makes you immune to corona in 6. I mean, that's fun. Next, the Reuters report. I like Reuters. They have like real interesting these things and these things. What is these things? It's news. So, Norwegian lawmaker nominates Trump for Nobel Peace Prize. Wow, okay, what? I mean, how is this I'm not gonna read the entire articles because it's Reuters. I hope they'll make a little sense. But what the fuck? I was about to drink water. What is this behavior? I mean, how cool would this ceremony be? Like, missiles will be lit instead of incense sticks to symbolize peace. Fighter jets are the new flying doves. ISIS is the new Swiss guard. Terrorism is the only religion and Trump is the Pope. And Iran obviously is the Vatican City because that's where all the nukes are hidden. No. I mean, what the flying idiocracy. Okay, so they think his diplomatic power. Wow, you guys are severely misinformed Norwegians. That his diplomacy powers for Israel something was good. Okay, whatever it is, he does not get a Nobel Peace Prize. I'll get a Nobel Peace Prize. I'm so intelligent. Alright. Anyway, out of the blue. So in out of the blue, I have, the way how I take write down these notes is so idiotic. I like out of the blue in bowls and the link to the article, which I'll also link in the description of YouTube if anybody is interested. And but so okay. So let's read this. Yes, I remember this now. Okay, so in Korea, giving shoes to your partners will make them run away. I mean, it's fun, no? Like, I'm gonna gift a pair of shoes to everybody in my family. Run the fuck away, people. Fans can kill you. They explain that death from sleeping with an active fan in a closed room may seem like a stuff for fiction, but it is no joke in South Korea. Fan death is actually believed to be an actual cause of death. Okay, this is fun. So this basically happened back in 1927 when Some national newspaper warned readers that the new technology comes with medical risks. Whatever, I mean, okay. I cannot judge. Ooh, writing names in red ink is a death threat. All my teachers have been giving me death threats my entire life, and I'm not gonna, like, this is sad. You should not, like, bully children like this, teachers. Dreaming of pigs gives you wealth. Um, that's cool. I am a pig. People dream of me. Also, they also consider that don't put a mirror in front of a door because mirrors are the foundation of a number of superstitions all around the globe, obviously. And Koreans avoid putting them directly in front of the door as this would deflect good luck from entering. It's like good luck super bad looking that it looks at its own face and it's like, no, not here, not here, not here. What is this? Ooh, yes, this was fun. So in Korea, washing your hair, according to them, washing your hair washes away good luck. And so, for this reason, students do not wash hair before a test or during the exams as not to wash away the knowledge that they've gained from studying. This is good. Now I have an actually excuse to give to my parents that, alright, I'm not gonna take a bath. I need not wash my hair. Also, okay, fine. I like superstitions. I can mold them in a way that suits me best. Oh, wait, that's how all religions have oppressed people. But I'm not an oppressor, am I? Good lord. Anyway, continuing with what is there to continue, Koi? Starting with the story. The story is called Upsy Daisy. Okay, now I'm gonna tell you because whatever. So, Upsy Daisy is basically a story on the 9/11 attacks. And yeah, like, hop onto it. I was so entertained during, I mean, I was not entertained, obviously, but it exposed me to so many new things, so many nice things that I cannot even get started. Before I make any other insensitive remarks, I'm gonna start. So the story is called Upsy Daisy. The date that I've given it is 11th September 2001. The time is 8:23 a.m. They keep. I need to drink water before I start with the story. I think that would be in everybody's best interest. I decided to drink water, and all the dogs in the entire universe started to bark. So, yeah, here's the start to the story. They keep on seeing him. I as well. I'm never am sure that it is him, but the rest of the family is sure that it's the man flying. The one who brought about the demise of my older cousin, Silverbridge. If you guys get an idea what Silverbridge is and who's the man who flies and stuff, I love you already. If you don't, hang on. This is gonna be like, I just researched more about the real life inspirations of this just like 15 minutes before record, not 15 minutes, like 2 hours before recording. And good lord, it was fun. Like, it was very fun. Anyway, nevertheless, I continue with the story. Nevertheless, I do not think there's any winged flappy creature that might cause me or my sister any harm. Every dawn at the first light, though it never is glorious for me, I see the little things that fall under me. My dominion is the largest, for my dominion is the tallest, for it's the greatest. All attempts like the previous ones will forever be futile. Okay, so the previous timestamp was of 8:23. Now the next immediate timestamp is of 8:24. I catch a sound floating in the air. It sounds weird. I'm sure it's nothing. That's my brain. Though I do not have Capricorn in my entire chart, but my Capricorn self is saying that, okay, this is the start of something fishy. Ooh, that's fishy. I continue. My sister today says that she feels weird, a rumbling she feels in her foundations. I tell her it's all fine. That she is all over the weird rumors. We other twins would never ever be touched by any sort of maleficence. That our day has started in the most spectacular fashion, like almost each of them do. We are connected to over 17,400 souls that need us for their existence. She always liked the idea that we were acting gods of her dominion. So many things all exist because we do. Gods don't fall down, do they? You know, I remember this little bit now, like the god part of the entire Twin Tower thing. So I was trying to find like aerial views of the Twin Tower, and I realized those were actually the tallest towers around. Maybe I'm wrong, like correct me if I'm wrong. But that was I was what I was able to figure out through the pictures and stuff. And so I felt maybe they felt like they were gods of the skyscrapers at the time, perhaps. Continuing with the story, so gods don't fall down, do they? We both start to talk about how her top was so clean. What the fuck? Like who talks like this with their sister? How her top was so clean and mine be so many bit can be used in so many better ways. Like I could some green up top, no? Yeah, terrace gardens are a thing, no? People note it down. All the intelligent skyscraper building people, architects, note it down. I'm smart. Listen to me. I had often tried to feed this into the brains of the ones on the 88th, but do they ever listen? Question mark. They don't. By the way, the 88th floor was the floor on which I believe the head construction person of the Twin Tower, who was responsible for the reconstruction after the previous bombings of, I do not remember what exact date, but those previous bombings was responsible. Anyway, the next time stamp is of 8:45. The previous was 8:24. So do the math. I do not know how much time has passed. The voices of panic in the air keep on increasing. My sister is whimpering. A small flying man flashes in front of me again. I start to scream to the ones inside of me to run away, far away from my side. They are like insects. Stupid mechanical things keep on filling up in the boxes of doom, climbing closer and closer in my head. These ceaseless, unsupportive idiots. What are you doing? I need you all to leave. Tell them I love them. It has been hijacked. The cockpit has taken over. Ooh. I remember this. Okay, so if you like Google 911 and 911 calls, they these are so haunting. So basically, the tower is able to intercept all that is happening around, and my cat's purring for no good reason. So the according to the story, the towers are able to hear the 911 calls which are being, I don't know, transmitted, if that's something. So whatever is happening. So this is one of them. This was something which a woman was calling her husband, and she was saying this. Tell them I love them. It has been hijacked. The cockpit has is taken over. In capitals. Yes! Exclamation mark. Yes, I know very well how that works. I want you to keep it shut so I can make these things leave. The tower thinks. I see a little bird flying at me. It is getting bigger by the second. I know I am built to withstand even this, but I'd still give a lot to avoid it. Not me, my subjects. They need to avoid this. Flying faster than I could register, it crashed into me. It felt as if my entire existence shifted and swayed with the wind for the very first time. What to do? What to do? What's the protocol? What do I do? Where do we hide? Let us break the windows. These were also some things that the people kept on calling the security and asking them to do. What are they supposed to do? What is the protocol? And the fact about how the bird came crashing. So there was an actual person on which floor, I do not remember. I should have probably noted this down. This person saw the plane as it was coming towards the building, and he survived. So yeah. So this is kind of like inspired from their perspective. They break the windows, they fly. I know how it all goes down. About this all goes down thing, I I know I'm taking a lot of breaks in while reciting the story, but I feel that all the people who do not know about it should know about it. A lot of people, they broke the windows, as in they jumped off the windows to save themselves off the 88th floor or the 100th floor or something. Before the story, I knew about 9/11, but I did not know about it. I was researching the Mothman, that is the inspiration behind the story. And they said it was allegedly also there during the 9/11. So, as I was researching, I decided to give that also like a slight look. And I saw this one video of the tower crashing down and how the entire thing was like covered in its dirt and stuff. And thinking about it gives me like shivers down my spine. I'll link I'll give you the link for the video as well. So after that I was like, okay, I need to do this. So I spent like hours, I kid you not, researching about this and writing each and every sentence in a manner that how I can make it as factually possible as I possibly can in a fiction. But yeah, so there's that. Continuing with the story now. I scream at my sister to make them all leave. She does. She's a charmer. Even when she's whimpering, she convinces almost all of them to leave. They all almost off now. Mine are also leaving now, promptly. The ones who should have at least who could at least. Some aren't, they want to be ordered. I'm ordering, they aren't listening. It's loud, I know, but listen to me now. Oof. The operators, the louder ones functioning in my sister, returned the ones who were going out. They are being asked to go where they were, saying that they'll be safer. They didn't tell them that a flying bird had gotten into me. Let them leave. This also happened when the North Tower was hit. A lot of people in the South Tower started to like evacuate, but they were like asked to go back to their offices, because I mean, no, there's no blame or anything, but like, so that happened. And the next timestamp is that of 9:59. Okay, before I start with that, yes, I found it. Sorry. So yes, so the South Tower was hit 17 minutes after. Okay, I hope I'll cover this in the story as well. If I don't, I'll tell you about this then. 9:59. So I guess it's time, no? My sister says, calmer, quieter than I expected. Maybe she was neither. The continuous screams, the rubble, the blaze, the two. Oh my god, these dogs. Ugh, I'll have to pause. What the fuck? Okay, so the dogs are quiet now. We're gonna continue. 9:59. So I guess it's time, no? My sister says. Calmer, quieter than I expected. Maybe she was neither. The continuous screams, the rubble, the blaze, the two others, which are falling far away, was so loud in comparison that all she seemed to be was like a tame flame. A string of thunderous claps, 11 seconds, a one, a two, a three, a one, two, three, four, bang, bash, boom. She's all but troubled, dirt and smoke. She painted the whole area white, fitting her funeral. She said that she would meet up at 29. That's all right. I felt her sand, smoke, and heat flow inside me. The souls of me are slapped by her calm and my grief. There are tremors all around. What has this become? What war will be my death? Fall of a god is what I will call this. There won't be no funeral for me, of all the souls who'll forever be trapped inside me. All there will be more blood, more hate, more dust, smoke, and heat. I will fall in seconds 13. I will ring the unholy bell. Let there be dance, let there be death. The flying man hovers more over me. He will come again. This time, the next time, I wish I come along with him, help him create the caution, and be the catalyst to the misery. That's the end of it. So for the ones who do not know, so the buildings were hit 17 minutes apart. The North Tower at 8:45 and the South Tower at 9:03. The South Tower fell at 9:59 in 11 seconds. The North Tower fell at 10:28 and it took 13 seconds for the tower to fall down. So, what is Mothman and how is Mothman important here? So, for a brief overview of Mothman is a cryptid or a creature, a folklore, whatever you want to call it. I'm in love with Mothman, so I'll call him an real life existence. So, Mothman is basically a creature who has been seen at multiple sites of disasters, perhaps warning people or causing it, and it is a 6 feet or 5 feet or 7 feet or 9 feet, God knows, like some sized person thing who does not have hands but have wings, has big red glowing eyes, and yeah, so that's basically Mothman. The first ever sighting of Mothman was in West Virginia, a small town of Point Pleasant, I think, in 1966, where initially 5 men, they were digging like a grave and they saw a man-like shadowy figure fly over their heads from a nearby tree. 3 days later, that was November 15th, a young couple, two young couples, told the police that their car was chased by a black figure with a 10 feet wingspan and glowing red eyes. And the first mention of this happened in the Point Pleasant Register on November 19th, 1966. The headline being, "Couple sees man-sized bird, dot dot dot, creature, dot dot dot, something." I love how the newspapers back in the day did not give a flying fish about anything that they said. They were like, okay, it's something. We don't care what it is. And then later, it was a Ohio newspaper which dubbed him Mothman, and people say it was likely to sound similar to Batman. Now, talking about the sightings of Mothman, so his very first sighting was prior to the Silver Bridge collapse. Now, Silver Bridge was in like the city Point Pleasant in Clendenin, West Virginia, where they saw him like hanging around that side and like he chased away those people and he was able to ascend and descend in the air like a helicopter. So the bridge collapsed in on 15 December 1967, killing 46 people, and the a year after the Mothman sightings began, and after that it stopped. So they say that maybe he either caused it or he was warning about it. Then there was this another thing that another okay, so this is the same couple. So this in some, like, I do not understand what people really are so indecisive about. Sometimes they're like it's 10 feet tall, sometimes it's like they're 7 feet tall, some references say it's 5 feet tall. So it's like somewhere in that range. It keeps on metamorphosizing between that. Now, uh, even one of the couples who was chased by it, Linda Scarberry, quoted, "I wish I'd never seen it. I wish somebody else had seen it." What the fuck, women? I mean, okay, cool. Even during the 9/11 attacks, Mothman was actually spotted. There's an actual picture of this flying creature thing near the Twin Towers. And there's so many things regarding the Mothman. I cannot even get started. I mean, I've obviously gotten started. He was also spotted during the Fukushima disaster. He saved the lives of miners in Freiburg, Germany, where like the headless creature with glowing red eyes came to the mines and entrance, and like he scared away the people, and after a little time the mine was collapsed. Like half of them were able to save themselves, half of them were not able to. The Mothman is also connected to the Chernobyl disaster. He was there for the I-35W bridge collapse in Minnesota. And he was even related to like the swine flu outbreak in New Mexico, where he started to like chase people away from the street where the outbreak was found, was like started. He was there during the earthquake in Chicago in 1951. He was even there in southeastern China folklore that he told people about disasters and things. So this dude has got the entire world cover. He's everywhere. If there's a major disaster happening, Mothman's gonna come and tell you. And the best part is they are actual pictures, like almost actual pictures. It can be other things, but it is most probably Mothman. I have decided that it's Mothman. Mothman has also inspired the Men in Black thing. Like a lot of times that they people have reported that when they said that they saw Mothman, there was also this thing which happened like recently, that is in August 2017 in Chicago. The witness is Erin Drain, and he reported his thing to Curious City. The exact location is Westtown neighborhood. He even shot a video of the Mothman flying and like jumping around and stuff. Not jumping, like just simply flying like a normal human being cryptid flies. As I was saying, the Men in Black, the concept of Men in Black suit, sleek hair, is also connected to, the Mothman entire thing. Also oh my god, I really need, like, half my notes are this side, half my notes are in my notebook which I've written down, so this is like, oh goodness gracious. Mothman is also confused with a shite spoke. For the ones who do not know a shite spoke, and I quote a website, herons are sometimes colloquially known as shite spoke due to their habit of lightening their load when they are flushed into flight. You may wonder why. Well, I'll tell you. It's just immature tricolored heron demonstrate. I do not know how a 7 feet long thing can be mistaken for a heron who flies and poops on people randomly. But we've decided to do that, so fun. And anyway, back to Men in Black. So a lot of people who said that they saw the Mothman were visited by men with olive clear skin, sleek black hair. They knew information about them that nobody really should know, and they visited them. Like, so that inspired Loki the concept of Men in Black and gives this an entire alien touch. There's this thing that the Mothman lived in a vacant nuclear power plant in the outskirts of the West Virginian town, which was, according to theories, I do not agree with these theories, I'm just telling you guys, which was like a home for a top secret government facility where nuclear weapons were tested. So people say that Mothman is a product of government tampering, a winged manifestation born of weapon testing, and like people imagination's mouths. They decided to do everything, anything. And this one, which I absolutely love, is that the city Point Pleasant was the bloodiest encounter of a West Virginian war in 1774. It's called the Lord Dunmore's War. So everywhere on the internet, the chief's name is Cornstalk, and that's, I don't know. I don't think that's the right name for the man. His name must have been something really beautiful and amazing, and idiots decided to call it Cornstalks. But anyway, so the battle was violent, and the Shawnees and the Mengos eventually decided to make a pact of peace with the invaders, and Holuska, um, chieftain, he was like a diplomat between the two cultures. After the entire war and stuff in the autumn of 1777, they made a diplomatic visit to the Fort Randolph and was captured and held hostage at the violation of Commander Matthew Arkpel. A month later, they said that they suddenly decided to say that a white settler was killed by Shawnee. Halushka was murdered by the soldiers at the fort, along with his two sons and other like prisoners and captives. They say when he died, he cursed the entire land and for like misfortune and stuff, and that's why all the disasters have happened. Now there's really no historical evidence or historical like specific attribute, like a proper document which says that the curse part of this is true. But I would say it's pretty true. Like, yeah, these guys had it coming. Curse the life out of human beings, people. So a lot of people, because of this reason and this entire history, believe that Mothman is perhaps the person who was actually a good person, but his curse to bring misfortune made him the cryptid, made him the monster who brings about the misfortune. But at a lot of places such as New Mexico and like the miners in Germany and stuff, he tries to save people by scaring them away from the said location of disaster, right? So he also is a nice person. So it's like this paradox that he is also bringing in the disaster, and he's also trying to prevent the casualties caused by this disaster. So yeah, that's Mothman predictions wherever he's come. So keep like there can be disasters, so keep like a lookout on these skies and stuff. And with that, this is the end of the episode. The podcast is hosted by Koi On Air. It is co-produced with Nephics. The amazing music is by Liladi. You can contact me on Instagram and Twitter as Koi On Air. My email address is koi@madebynephics.com. And yeah, that's about it. See ya later. Moth people, don't kill moths. They're utterly so cute. Bye.